Facebook and Instagram, since they're the same thing, announced that they were pausing their plans to create Instagram for kids. Now, they said they weren't getting rid of the idea indefinitely, but like it's probably still coming. They're just not going to do it right now. Now, the question was, is Instagram for kids even a good idea? And basically, their process was basically having a place to have a tailored experience to younger Instagram users who are already on the internet, but having an experience tailored to them to make it more safe for parents to be okay with their kids using the platform. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so YouTube has YouTube for kids,
Mhm.
and it's a fucking just a shit show. There was like legit like child porn, or not child porn, but like softcore porn everywhere on YouTube for kids. Like
That's fucked up.
Spider-Man's having sex with Elsa and they're like dry humping each other and stuff.
Ew.
But it's like in the deep like recommended videos, so the kids just keep pressing and pressing and pressing, so it gets deeper down that YouTube rabbit hole.
Ew.
And then all of a sudden it's just like fucked up things, but there's no reference to it in the videos ever. Just all of a sudden happens, and then just the next video happens. So these kids are watching these fucked up scenarios where they have no idea what it is, and they just assume that's normal because it's like, oh, Spider-Man, Elsa, they're touching each other. That's normal. And then it goes to the next video, and they never tell their parents about it because they just assumed it was a normal thing because they saw it online. And it's like
That's so
fucked up.
That's so weird.
Yeah. So like, how are they gonna keep that from happening? Right? It's
Ew.
it's a slippery slope.
I'm glad you said that before I started talking because I was thinking of Disney Plus because they have a kids option and it's perfect. You go to the kids and now nothing from like they have Star and National
Yeah, that makes
Geographic.
sense because it's
They
like
get rid of it.
curated.
Yeah,
Right?
That,
Where like
that's
this
where
is
I
like
didn't think about.
yeah,
that you can
user
upload whatever you want.
generated. So how are you going to maintain the user base, right? Like how are you going to keep people from pretending to be kids posting like things that an algorithm wouldn't be able to necessarily catch, but you can just post fucked up things.
Right?
So and then also like what about the like button? Like the like button is what's causing huge like anxiety in children these days. Kids
getting
at a
enough
young
likes?
age.
Yeah.
Yeah, like have you guys seen The Social Dilemma, the documentary?
I've seen part of it.
Just talking about like how serious it all is and like how the algorithms are like literally designed to do that, and machine learning programs are like, even the people who make these machine learning programs, they don't actually know how it works. They just input data, and then the data gets like filtered through these programs, and then from there it basically it just decides for itself. So they don't even really know how any of this works. So all of a sudden they're just going to make a safe version of that when they don't know how.
Yeah, that's basically like what everybody's biggest fear with AI is that they're going to be autonomous, but it's already autonomous and it's controlling everybody.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
for me, I find myself sometimes I do get stuck in that where like I'll tweet something or I'll post something and like I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna put my phone away, and like a minute later I'm like, I wonder if I got a like. I better check because I
Well,
turn
it's
off all my
designed like that.
notifications.
Yeah.
and I still notify myself.
My phone has a radar. When I put my hand over it, oh, probably because that's out of the way. But when I put my hand over it, it kind of like it lights up and it tells me if there's any notifications and
Mhm.
everything. And like it's so sensitive that even if I have it like over there and I'm working on my computer, if I like look at it, it'll light up.
Yeah,
And
if
it's
mine
fucked up.
notices
wants
notices
you to
my
look at
face,
it.
it just turns on.
Yeah, exactly. So it's fucked up. So
It's terrifying.
it really, really is.
The thing with the Instagram for kids, though, that also is highly concerning is, if you think about Instagram at its state right now, there's kids on there, obviously, that are probably too young to be there.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
there's obviously predators online that are looking
For
for those
sure.
kids. Now, if you see a profile, now, if it's one of those ambiguous profiles that has no posts or has a bunch of posts about bullshit that means nothing,
Mhm.
you might be like, is it a kid? I don't know. Is it not a kid? I don't know. You don't really know.
Hmm.
But if you're basically putting all of these kids into one fishbowl, you're going in and you're talking to kids.
Yeah.
And now you got the creeps
Yeah.
out there.
Mhm.
And I feel like it really depends on how they do it. Because the way that it's been described, at least to me, was that it would literally be like its own app, own users, something like that.
That makes sense. Yeah, I would assume so, I guess.
But I would think if they're really going to do this and have it be safe, I don't think that's the way. I think it would have to be something more in tune with filter things, kind of like how you mentioned Disney Plus, where like if I see a profile that's private, it's private. I don't know who they are. I can't talk to them, whatever. Now, is that just a private person or is that just a kid? Because if the kid has Instagram for kids, like a kid's account, then he would just see Instagram what he's allowed to see. and everything else would be he would have a private account that's locked to the outside adult population, which I feel like would have to be the only way. Because like if I can tell the person's like if I'm a predator and I can tell this person's a kid, I'm gonna try and engage them. If that's what my motivation is. But if I can't tell if that's an Instagram for kids account or if that's just a generic private profile, I'm probably less inclined to pursue that person because I don't know.
Yeah.
So I just feel like how you go about it, you're really setting kids up to be almost like, here they all are.
Yeah.
Which is gross and scary.
Well, there's like potential for like, so facial recognition is pretty advanced nowadays. Most phones have it. Even if phones don't have it, there's ways of doing it. So it could even be something where like, in order to make an account, you have to take a picture of your face and prove that you're a child. But then that goes into like child safety laws of like, you're putting your child's data out there when they don't even really realize the implications of that, how important that actually is, right? So that's I'm curious to see what happens with that. So you said that they're just putting it off on the side for now? Or?
Yeah, because I guess there was like a decent amount of backlash. People didn't think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
But then sounds like they're just saying like they just have like other priorities. They don't think it's a bad idea and they're gonna stop doing it. They just aren't gonna do it right now.
Huh.
And I'm
So
like,
I wonder if on the flip side of it, because of the whole OnlyFans maybe getting rid of porn and stuff, if they created a site for an Instagram for kids, the adult one, they might be more lenient on what they allow. Like that might be like kind of their idea is that like different, like you can get on like Twitter, anything goes pretty much. Like there's porn, there's everything.
Like if you're looking for it, you can find it.
Instagram,
on Twitter, really?
Yeah, it's like you could post anything on Twitter. It's
especially like
crazy.
like you'll find it pretty easily if you look up like girls that have OnlyFans. They'll promote their OnlyFans and they'll
jeez.
The Taliban's on Twitter.
Yeah, why did Donald Trump get banned then?
Because he's not a nice person. He locker room talked outside of the locker.
Anyways,
he's problematic. But but I could see them possibly going for that. Like if they create a kids version now, instead of they're completely fine with girls wearing just a string over the nipple and a string over, they don't need that over the nipple anymore. Like they'll be like, okay, you can get rid of that. You can get rid of swearing because now we're all adults on here. We don't have to worry about children, and it takes that out. I don't know that that's what they're actually going for.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Maybe. You never know.
Yeah, that's a